Hello and welcome to another video. As promised, this video is about the Kotobukiya Geno Saurer, the new repackaged version that was released in April of this year, so this one is brand new. I think the only difference is that this one has some clear and some different parts for customization options. For those of you that are just here for a little clicky video, here it is. For those of us with longer attention spans, here's the kit. I've had some problems with the light. Took me a while to get it just right, and I've got a new camera, so I'm hoping everything's okay with the camera. I've got a backup camera recording just in case. I have to say I was pretty lucky to get this kit. It cost me like 90 quid. You can get these off like Amazon and eBay, but you'll be paying scalper prices for them. I think I saw one of the Raven versions going for £600 at one point. So yeah, I used to build these kits like 20 odd years ago, the old original Tomy kits, and these Kotobukiya kits are much better than the older Tomy kits, but I do miss the motorization. I think in total this has got 43 sprues with about 600 pieces, but I'll link below to the actual Kotobukiya page, which has all the details on it. I would normally just go on the website and show you, but it has a big thing at the bottom that says that do not replicate, so I can't show you the website. Yeah, without much further ado, we shall do the unboxing. So yeah, that's what you get in the box. Pull these up so that the light isn't shining so much into them. And these are your individually wrapped sprues. I keep getting the names of everything a bit wrong. The entire thing is a sprue, and then all the round bits of the runners. Then you've got the gate which goes into the piece, and that's just basically the nomenclature. So just refocusing the camera. I've built the Liger 0 before, so I know that these kits are actually pretty good. So we'll just try and keep all the bits on the side. Lots and lots and lots of pieces. Some strange pieces, and that's what I'm after at the bottom. Don't want to spend a load of money on it and break it straight away. So yeah, this is the instruction manual that comes with it. As you open it up, I made this easy because I've got gloves on. Everything's in Japanese, but you can just Google search an English version. So yeah, it's not too bad. And you get all this stuff, and it's just the instruction manual, the sprue bits, and that's what you get in the instructions. The other bit, this is just more sprues. Just lots and lots of bits. There we go, camera didn't want to focus. So yeah, that's everything that you get in the box. So what I was thinking of doing is just going through the first set of instructions and just building the head. Just get through them and build just the head bit. So yeah, this video is going to be quite long, I suppose, because I'm probably going to do the first bit like live, as it were, and the next couple ones I might just do a time-lapse through, just trying out the new camera. But yeah, let me know down below in the comments whether I should actually do these live, like a live build, or should I just do it as a time-lapse type thing. So yeah, this first video I'll probably do the head and probably explain things if you're new, so you might just want to skip the rest of this video if you know what you're doing. I'll talk about my process and some of the tools that I use. So really all that you need to do is get some single edge nippers, which are these type of things. There we go. You can get these from Godhand or just any. Just make sure they're not the really cheap ones. Godhand's usually recommended as the best ones, but you don't really need to spend that kind of money. You're spending your money on a name there. I just got these little cheap steady ones off Amazon. I think they were 15 quid. I do have the Godhand sanding stick things. These have been used, but yeah, all that you really need is the nippers if you're just beginner level. Other things you might need are like a scalpel, just to get rid of some of the gate marks. Or something like a flat metal file. And to finish off the bits, I use one of these, which is a glass mirror file. So yeah, that's some of the tools that I use. You can get these pretty cheap on Amazon as well. And I also have a load of sanding sticks to help get rid of the gate marks. But yeah, I guess I'll explain everything as I go along. So right, I need to find the first few pieces. Normally I put my sprues in order if they're like A, B, C, D or 1, 2, 3, just to make it easier. So easy for Japan use only. So I need T, U, Q and A. Okay, that's one of the bits that we need. There's another bit and another bit, and the water transfers. That's one of the bits that we need. Thank you. Yeah, got all the bits there. I'll get rid of this for a minute. Okay, so I've got all my pieces in order. So what I like to do is cut all the bits out first and then stick them together. Right, so I'll get my nippers. So I need a 12. It's this one here. Camera, there we go. So I'll put my nippers flat side against the piece, and then you just click, 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 all the gates out, and I do it ever so slightly just above the, I don't know if you can see that, just above the gate, just so that I don't accidentally damage or stress the piece out. I don't want to break it. There we go, just like that. Now that we got the piece out, we can clean it off a bit. So we just carefully take it off. Very carefully nip off the gates so that there's none of them left. Then normally what I'd do is grab one of the sanding sticks and give it a bit of a file down. Let's try one of these. Let's try it the 1500. Bang in the middle. Okay, got my piece. Probably need to bring this light over, but I don't want to flashbang. What you can also do is get your scalpel and carefully cut them off first, and then you can sand it down. Go gentle with the knife so you don't actually accidentally dig into your bit. Oh, there's a bit there that I've not cut off. Get that nice and close, not too close so you don't stress mark the part, and just look for a nice way to get this knife in. Another reason why I wear the gloves is so that I don't get grease from my fingers onto the part, but mainly it's just because my hands look like crap, and it's like, nope. I don't know if I can get it to work on this camera, but just take off very camera. Probably it's trying to focus on my finger, but yeah, you can probably just about see it there. How much I've been taking off, because that's very small amounts, and then once that's done, you hit it with the sanding stick. Sanding takes forever. Once it's sanded, you can hardly tell that there was a gate mark at all. Kotobukiya are usually pretty good at hiding them anyway. There's one under there. So the good thing about these sanding sticks is that they're actually bend to the contours. So yeah, you can get them pretty good in there. I can't see properly because I've had to move the light out of the way so it's not as shiny on everything. Yeah, these sanding sticks on their own are usually pretty good. Don't really need the glass file, but it's just nice to have, especially when you've got clear bits you need to work with. It can really help stop the buffing. Stop the white marks from buffing. Now, if this was 8-year-old, 10-year-old me, I used to build kits using the older nail clippers. I'd probably be done with the head by now. I just would have clipped all the parts out, stuck them all together, and not bothered doing this. This just makes the bit look extra nice. That's one piece done. Next bit, Q2. Okay, we need this bit, so we're getting in with the nippers. And clean them up again. Normally once I've done sanding I would get a polishing stick, but I don't have any at the minute, so I'll leave that for another day. Probably just gonna hyperlapse through a lot of this. Yeah, that's the second bit done. U1. These are both U1s, so I guess that's a custom part. I think I'll go with the red eyes. These do look like its eyes. Go with that part. Tiny little piece. This tiny little piece would be good to show the glass file. This thing is 12,000 grip, so yeah, it's very fine. Right. helps buff the little gate marks right out. I wouldn't recommend using a glass, a metal file on something like this, because you run the risk of ruining it if it's not perfectly flat, especially with the cheap ones. So yeah, I'd say that bit's pretty well polished now, because it's a clear red bit. And then the last bit is T1. Okay, last piece to cut out, T1. Another clear part, so I'll have to get the glass file back out. Gotta be careful with this because it's looking very delicate. That's why I have these kind of nippers and not these kind of flat angled ones, and not the chunky ones, because these are good at getting tiny little bits out. Bit paranoid about stressing that bit out, so I'll get the knife out. If you're not familiar with a knife, I would not do this. Especially considering one slip and it's going through your piece. But I got my first knife set when I think I was dead young, so I've been doing this for years. And I'm quite used to a knife. That and I'm British. Very carefully, because this bit is extremely delicate. Okay, and that's the last bit pretty much cleaned off already. I think I've got it in right. Generally, if it doesn't, there we go, it just clicked. Okay, it's just a bit weird feeling with these gloves on. Normally I don't wear gloves. Right, got to make sure that that bit's in there. And this is one of the bonuses of these kits, is that you don't need any glues or anything. You can glue bits in if they come loose, but you don't actually need them. Right, next bit is the little red piece. Apparently it goes straight through into the eye. Okay, yep, that bit's in. And then the final piece, which is a clear glass piece, goes over the top. Completely needless, this piece, they're just showing off with this one. Okay, let's make sure I get everything right for the camera. I'm not used to having an overhead, and it's new cameras are testing it out, so sorry if anything's wrong. I'll check it in footage and editing. I have to talk quiet because my walls are thin. Yeah, I'd say that's gone in. Yeah, that's the first bit done. Now I probably will do the rest of the head in time lapse, so I'll say bye for now.